What's up, freak bitches, wherever you may be, however you may be listening? Thank you for giving me just a few minutes of your time. You know, as this little guy over on the left of your screen sweeps across the globe, lockdown measures have been put in place in many locations. Even in areas that aren't under strict lockdowns, people are urged to avoid social gatherings and stay at home if at all possible. But with much of the planet playing by these new rules, there's a lot less background noise at the seismic level. Newsweek has reported that researchers have noticed a significant decrease in the amount of vibrations on the Earth's surface. Now, this seismic noise is created by human movements such as driving, construction, anything else that might make the ground shake. And since the COVID-19 pandemic has begun, the whole planet's been a lot quieter. When researchers are taking seismic readings, they typically have to account for a steady hum of background noise. No matter where they're at. As a species, we tend to make a lot of noise no matter what time of day. But the self-isolation and social distancing mandates have managed to change that in a really big way. The frequencies are quieter during this time, and those are typically associated with the daily human life. And what that means is that it can now be a great opportunity for scientists to capture some particularly accurate readings without having to worry so much about the human static messing up the data. There's a guy named Dr. Stephen Hicks, and I'll put up his tweet real quick. He's a seismologist with the Imperial College of London. He took to Twitter right here and revealed the results of some seismic data that shows how dramatically things have quieted down. And you can see his tweet on the left side of your screen. What he says is the COVID-19 UK lockdown is seen by a seismometer. This week has seen a reduction in average daytime background seismic noise. He also added that the data probably reflects less traffic out on the roads, and that the graph you can clearly see the reduced amount of man-made background noise. And if you look at the right side of that graph, you can see that it's a lot lower than it usually is at the peaks. At least that peak of that part of the graph is much lower. A cleaner reading and less noise could give researchers a rare opportunity to collect super accurate data. All this comes on the heels of many reports that the worldwide stay-at-home precautions are actually having a positive effect on the environment. Scientists are witnessing a big difference in air quality, and it seems the pandemic is already leading to huge reductions in air pollution in the regions that have been significantly affected by the virus, specifically China and Italy, as industry, aviation, and other forms of transportation have grinded to a halt. Peter DiCarlo, an associate professor of environmental health engineering at Johns Hopkins University, told Newsweek air pollution levels as observed by satellites are showing drastic improvements in many areas that have been undergoing restrictive quarantines due to COVID-19. Both China and Italy industrial areas are showing strong drops in nitrogen dioxide, NO2, corresponding to reductions in industrial activity and vehicular traffic. This isn't surprising given that vehicles and industry are the main source of NO2, and when these sources are essentially turned off, the atmosphere will clear up relatively quickly. Examining data from the Dutch ESA TROPOMI instrument on the European Space Agency's Copernicus satellite, scientists noticed significant drops in NO2 levels from the Chinese New Year when quarantine measures came into effect in China. This is a satellite picture taken over China that measures pollution levels, and you can clearly see right there a lot of yellow and a lot of red, especially over Beijing and some of the more populated areas of China. Now, just 7 weeks later, after they instituted a lot of travel restrictions, closed businesses, and banned public gatherings, you can see that with more and more people staying home, pollution dropped like a rock there, and it's pretty clear between these two pictures, there's the before and there's the after, that they had a significant impact on their environment. Locals from the Jalandhar district in Punjab, nearly 125 miles away from the Himalayas, flocked to social media and shared impressive images of the snow-capped mountains. India's Central Pollution Board said the nationwide lockdown has resulted in significant improvement in air quality in the country. A report from the India Today Data Intelligence Unit reads, data shows that on average, Indian cities have an AQI, that's an average quality index, or air quality index, of 115 between March 6th and March 24th. The air quality started showing improvements from the first day of their 21-day lockdown. The average AQI fell to 75 in the first 3 days of the lockdown. A good AQI is one of up to 50 and means that air pollution poses little or no risk, while an AQI of between 51 and 100 is deemed moderate. Water clarity in some famous places is even improving. In some cities such as Venice, the pandemic is having unexpected environmental effects. Several social Several social media users have reported that the water in the famous canals, which are now virtually empty as a result of the corona lockdown, appears to be unusually clear. Maybe this virus is Mother Earth putting us in timeout for a while she cleans up the mess that we made, said Facebook user Elisabetta Capillari, who posted pictures of the clear canals. One of the pictures you can see on the left side of your screen. Now, I'm not saying the current situation we find ourselves in is a good thing, not by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, people are dying. But it's obvious that the environment is getting a helping hand from all this. Now, I'm not advocating going back to the days of horse and buggy, but I don't really want to go off on some environmental thing. But I think we ought to take this opportunity to try to learn some of the lessons that are being forced upon us to maybe try to find a way to help make things a little better for the environment. If I lean left on anything, it's the environment. Anyway, feel free to go down in the comments section below and let me know what you guys think. Let me know if the air quality where you're at has actually gotten better because of fewer people on the road or fewer people out and about. Maybe you've got some industry in your town that is on either reduced production or just no production at all. Let me know what you guys think. Get down in the comments below and I'll catch you guys later.